Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king with 12 beautiful daughters. Every night, the princesses would go to bed early, their dancing slippers neatly placed outside their door. But each morning, a peculiar thing happened. The princesses' slippers were worn through, as if they had danced all night long. The king was baffled. Where did his daughters go each night? Determined to solve this mystery, he offered a reward to anyone who could uncover the truth. Many brave knights and cunning detectives tried to solve the mystery, but none succeeded. Some hid in the princess's room, only to fall into a deep sleep. Others watched from outside, only to lose track of the princesses in the dead of night. The mystery deepened, and the kingdom buzzed with whispers of enchanted princesses and secret midnight balls. One day, a kind-hearted soldier named Peter arrived at the castle, his heart filled with hope and determination. He had heard tales of the princesses and their worn-out shoes, a mystery that had baffled many before him. Peter, though not a rich knight, possessed a heart full of courage and a spirit of adventure. His eyes sparkled with the excitement of the challenge ahead. He decided to take on the challenge, not for the reward of gold, but for the thrill of the unknown and the chance to prove his worth. The king, desperate for answers, welcomed Peter and explained the rules in great detail, hoping this brave soldier might succeed where others had failed. "You must stay awake for 3 nights," the king warned, "and bring me proof of where my daughters dance. Failure would mean dire consequences." Peter, cloaked in the king's own cloak for protection and warmth, agreed without hesitation, his resolve unwavering. He was left alone in the princess's chamber, filled with the sweet scent of roses and the soft glow of moonlight, a serene yet mysterious atmosphere. The princesses, weary from their day, retired to their beds early, their silken slippers placed neatly beside their beds, a clue to the night's events. Peter fought to stay awake, his eyes growing heavy, but the promise he made to the king and the allure of the mystery fueled his determination. He knew he had to uncover the secret, no matter the cost. As the clock struck 12, a magical melody filled the air. It was soft and enchanting, like the whisper of the wind through silver leaves. The music seemed to flow from the walls themselves, weaving a spell of enchantment over the room. Peter's eyes flew open. The music was so captivating that all thoughts of sleep vanished from his mind. The princesses, as if awakened by a silent call, rose from their beds. Their eyes sparkled with anticipation. They quickly changed out of their nightgowns and into dazzling gowns of silver and gold. Each princess was more beautiful than the last, their eyes shining with anticipation. Peter, hidden in the shadows, watched in amazement as the princesses, guided by the enchanting melody, moved towards a hidden door in the wall. The princesses, their hands clasped together, disappeared into the wall. Peter, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement, cautiously followed. The secret passage, hidden behind a tapestry, was dark and narrow. Peter, using the dim light from the princesses' lanterns, followed closely behind. The air grew cooler, and the sound of rushing water echoed through the passage. The passage opened into a breathtaking sight. A vast underground cavern shimmered before him, lit by thousands of fireflies that danced like stars fallen to earth. A silver lake, its surface as smooth as glass, stretched out before them, reflecting the twinkling lights above. 12 beautiful boats, each crafted from a single giant lily pad and adorned with sparkling jewels, bobbed gently on the water's edge. The princesses, their laughter echoing like silver bells, stepped into the boats. Peter, his heart filled with wonder, watched as the boats, propelled by an unseen force, glided silently across the shimmering lake. He knew he had to follow, but how? As if in answer to his unspoken question, a small, sturdy boat, woven from reeds and willow branches, materialized beside him. Peter, trusting his instincts, stepped into the boat and pushed off from the shore. The boat, guided by the enchanting melody and the soft glow of the fireflies, followed the princesses across the lake. As they drew closer to the opposite shore, Peter gasped in amazement. A magnificent palace, crafted from crystal and silver, rose from the water's edge. Its towers scraped the sky, and its windows, ablaze with light, cast 1,000 rainbows across the water. This was no ordinary palace. This was a place of magic and wonder. The boats, reaching the shore, gently deposited their passengers onto a shore of glistening sand. The princesses, their faces radiant with joy, hurried towards the palace, eager to join the festivities within. Peter, hidden in the shadows, followed the princesses into the palace. The grand ballroom, sparkling with crystal chandeliers and silver fountains, was filled with dancing couples. Handsome princes, dressed in velvet and silk, whirled the princesses around the dance floor. The music, livelier now, pulsed with energy and joy. Peter watched, mesmerized, as the princesses danced. They moved with such grace and joy, their laughter echoing through the grand hall. He understood now why their shoes were always worn through in the morning. They danced with abandon, their hearts filled with the magic of the night. For 3 consecutive nights, Peter followed the princesses to their secret, enchanting world. He witnessed their joy, their laughter, and their love for dancing under the moonlit sky. But he knew he couldn't stay hidden forever, as the truth needed to be unveiled. He needed undeniable proof to show the king and reveal the princess's secret. On the 3rd night, as the first rays of dawn lit the sky, Peter carefully plucked a silver flower from the magical garden surrounding the Crystal Palace, a place of wonder and mystery. The flower, kissed by moonlight and enchanted by the music, shimmered like a captured star, glowing with an ethereal light. With a heavy heart, he stepped into his boat and made his way back across the lake, the silver flower tucked safely inside his cloak, a symbol of the magical world he was leaving behind. He knew that once he revealed the princess's secret, the magical world would be lost to them forever, a place of dreams turned into mere memories. But he had made a solemn promise to the king, and Peter was a man of his word, bound by honor and duty. Peter returned to the princess's chamber, just as the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue over the ancient stone walls. He placed the silver flower, still shimmering with a faint, magical glow, on the table beside the princess's worn-out slippers, a testament to the night's adventures. When the king arrived, he was astonished to see the evidence laid out before him, his eyes widening in disbelief. The silver flower, unlike anything he had ever seen before, was proof enough of the extraordinary events that had transpired. He realized that his daughters weren't in any danger. They were simply living a magical secret life, one filled with wonder and enchantment. The king, his heart filled with relief and a touch of sadness, thanked Peter for his bravery and honesty, acknowledging the young man's courage. He showered Peter with gifts and offered him a place of honor in the kingdom, a reward for his noble deeds. But Peter, his heart yearning for adventure and the unknown, declined the offer with a respectful bow. He had seen the wonders of the hidden world, and he knew he could never be content with a life confined to the castle walls. The call of adventure was too strong to ignore, and he set off once more into the great unknown. The princesses, forever changed by Peter's discovery, learned that their secret world wasn't meant to be hidden forever. They shared their stories of the shimmering lake, the crystal palace, and the enchanting dances with their father, filling his days with wonder and his nights with dreams of silver flowers and magical melodies. And so, the tale of the 12 dancing princesses became a legend whispered on the wind, a reminder that magic exists for those brave enough to seek it, and that curiosity can lead to the most extraordinary adventures.